Tonight, tracking the aftermath. These severe storms are the talk of Southeast Texas. The thunder and the lightning, small hail, and drenching downpours.
These are some of the photos and videos you shared with us tonight here at 12 News. Now, fortunately, things have definitely calmed down as we come on the air here at 10. You know, we went from sunshine to storms in a matter of minutes this afternoon.
Literally. These storms were severe, but thankfully, we haven't heard about any injuries, and power outages are scattered. Patrick, are we finished?
We are done.
Good.
Some of the pictures from you this evening. Melissa over in Bridge City showing the hail there. Victorian over, don't know where that is, but you can see also Jennifer DeRuin over in Bridge City showing us hail over that way. As you can see, the showers and storms moving off to the southwest. We are done for tonight under partly to mostly cloudy skies, but anywhere from 2 to 4 inches where it came down this afternoon, particularly south of Beaumont. Not so much up in the lakes area. So Futurecast showing a quiet night, quiet morning, and then we may see 20% coverage coming up tomorrow afternoon. And that's what we'll go with. We'll start off with about 75 at 6 a.m. Boost temperatures up to around 92 at noontime and into the mid-90s, I should say, with heat indices in the danger zone tomorrow afternoon with that 20% coverage. Coming up, we'll take a look at Invest 92L and your complete storm tracker forecast shortly on 12 News.
New at 10, a piece of land on the outskirts of Lumberton may look like the perfect place for a new neighborhood. It's right across from the city park off of FM 421, but neighbors say not so fast. Bottom line here, they fear that the new neighborhood will make flooding worse.
Nobody wants that. Hardin County commissioners picked the precinct perfect night to discuss this. Amelia White is back from Lumberton, and Amelia, leaders got an earful.
You know, rainy days like today only made neighbors' worries seem stronger. They fear that this new neighborhood may put their homes underwater. Lumberton residents made it clear.
No matter how much drainage efforts they put in,
they are not for the Longleaf project.
And I'm telling you, there's no one on the south side of this county who's ready to support it. It's not going to happen.
Project manager Patrick Hoffman wants to clear out this land on FM 421 and build new homes.
We want to develop a master planned community with residential, commercial, and other uses.
Neighbors have one real issue. They think the new neighborhood will make flooding worse.
And we've been here. And if you think we're ready for you to flood us out, no.
This land currently operates as a tree farm, which is what residents would rather it remain.
What I can tell you is that as a tree farm, the trees, the roots, that all helps with water management.
So as nice as growing the city of Lumberton sounds, neighbors say development comes at a cost.
so every time you put in a new construction, as in the Walmart and stuff like that, and I was told it would be okay. Well, it's not okay, and we are flooding, and we're flooding bad.
And before leaving the meeting,
as a show of hands, who's against this?
Residents made it clear one last time. They want better drainage, not new developments. Guys, to be clear, there was no action taken on this project at today's meeting. The purpose was to simply get a feel if the community was for or against this development. I'm live in Beaumont. Amelia White, 12 News.
I'm almost emotional about it because I care so much about the project, and I would love to vote for it today, but I can't do that.
Beaumont Mayor Becky Ames practically in tears there at her final city council meeting. She got emotional as she and the city council debated an issue that's been a hot topic for years, riverfront development. Now, today, leaders spent more than 2 hours listening to people's concerns. Many of them opposed the city's plan to buy the old AT&T building on Main Street. They say it's not worth all the money at that one site. The city tried to buy the building 2 years ago, but lost out at auction. As city council members debated this, it became clear a majority on the council supported buying the building, but in the end, today they tabled the item, delaying the decision until after Saturday's mayoral runoff election. They say ultimately gives them more time to make the case to citizens. It's a move Councilman Mike Getz supports, and the building's current owner, Tom Flanagan, understands.
And one of my concerns all along is that we have not been transparent enough with this project.
But I think we're in a good place.
It was a good, healthy debate. They need a little more time to study it. It's perfectly reasonable. We want to work with the city.
Now, no one has said exactly how the city would use the property, but Mayor Ames made it clear today there are no plans to turn it into a parking lot.
And as you heard there, this was Becky Ames' final city council meeting as mayor. She decided not to run for re-election after leading the city since 2007. Hundreds attended a farewell reception for Ames at the downtown event center. The mayor was late to her own party because of today's marathon council meeting. She tells us she's looking forward to spending time with her family.
It's also bittersweet because I'm going to miss a lot of the people that I work with. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be in this position for so very long. It's meant the world to me. I think I've made a difference. I hope you agree.
Ames says she has no immediate plans because she hasn't had time to plan.
New at 10, Governor Abbott issued the invite, and former President Trump says he's coming. Plans are in the works for the two leaders to tour the U.S.-Mexico border later this month. News of the visit comes on the same day that Governor Abbott talked about how he plans to pay for a new border wall. He hopes to solicit individual donations. In a podcast today, Abbott said that he'll be looking for donations from across America. Abbott says he'll be releasing a link to accept online donations. He'll lay out the rest of his border wall plan later this week. Now, the governor already issued a disaster declaration for counties from El Paso to Brownsville. The governor saying that he was, quote, authorizing the use of state and local resources to protect landowners, that is, from trespassers and the damage that they cause.
Well, tonight, for the first time, we heard from Sarah Olsen, the mother of 5-year-old Samuel Olsen. He's the little boy who was found dead in a Jasper motel room. The former girlfriend of Samuel's dad, Teresa Balboa, is charged with tampering with evidence in connection with his death. Balboa remains behind bars and held on a $500,000 bond. Police think Samuel was killed more than 2 weeks before his body was found. An autopsy showed the boy died from blunt force trauma to the head. Sarah Olsen talked about her fight for justice for her little boy.
He was sweet. He was very obedient. He was definitely a mama's boy. A lot of change needs to happen in the legal system, among the people, among parents. You know, it's not just my kid. It's not just me.
Went on to say she's not satisfied with the number of arrests in the case so far.
In case you missed it, a 60-year-old Buyuna man charged with intoxication manslaughter tonight. Investigators say Stephen Morgan hit a guardrail on Highway 96 just south of town earlier this month, causing 80-year-old Jerry Pommier to crash. He died at the hospital. Morgan now sits in the Tyler County Jail on a $500,000 recommended bond.
Testimony continues tomorrow in the trial of a Beaumont man charged with aggravated robbery in Port Arthur. Prosecutors say Jordan Spiller and 2 others invaded a woman's apartment in 2019. A second victim knocked on the door during that invasion and was forced inside at gunpoint. The 3 suspects allegedly stole from the home while a woman hid in the bathroom to call the cops.
Supporters of Vanessa Guillen plan to protest tomorrow outside a federal court in Waco. It's the same day that Cecily Aguilar is supposed to face a judge. She wants her case dismissed. She's charged with tampering with documents and conspiracy to tamper with documents in the case. Aguilar is the estranged wife of the soldier accused of Guillen's murder. He killed himself while under investigation.
Fear from February's winter storm is driving up demand for generators across Texas. Yesterday, ERCOT released a statement warning folks on their grid to conserve energy. Phones were ringing off the hook for one generator store in North Texas. The demand is so high, some wait lists are well into next year.